So some people in the chat room were asking. Hold on a second. Let me just hit save on this, so that it'll like close out. No, I don't want you to save that. Thank you very much. There we go. So some people in the chat room were asking if we would accept Dogecoin or Litecoin or Yifcoin. At some point, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Isn't the worth of that like exponentially small?
Well, they're worth more to mine, but they're worth. It's weird. There's tar coins. No, I don't think there's tar coins. I know there's Yif coins and Doge coins, but I don't think there's any tar coins. I don't think anybody's coded any of that. But I know there is Yifcoin. It is a it's based on the Litecoin protocol. But yeah, if you guys want to mine Yifcoins, I don't think they're worth anything yet because of exchanges, but they might at some point. So if you guys want to mine those, you can talk to Tech Wolf and get the software from him. Or if you guys want to post links to Yifcoins. But Dogecoins are actually worth it. In fact, actually Dogecoins are being used a lot for donations. Like Reddit raised like I think like $100,000 for charity for like getting like water. It's like people in Kenya who don't have clean water, and it was all done in Dogecoins. Like they do tons of fundraiser stuff.
Now you can subsist completely off of memes. I feel dirtier in the world because of this.
But no, Dogecoins are actually pretty cool. But so yeah, there you go.
Cartoons. Let's talk about cartoons.
Yeah, cartoons.
Johnny Bravo.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I played a really good mashup of
Barbra Streisand.
Last night. It was so good. It was so much fun. It was an awesome mashup. All right, phone calls soon here, guys.
I just realized that in 45 minutes, it's Star Wars Day again.
Star Wars Day?
Yep, May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
You guys ready for this? 3, 2, 1. I've never watched Star Wars. No interest.
Not a big loss.
I honestly, I've caught sections of multiple movies. They all seem very well produced. I've probably seen all of Star Wars over my life. I've just never sat down and properly watched it.
I've never watched any Doctor Who.
And I have no interest.
Still haven't watched Doctor Who,
Yeah.
but I've watched all the Star Wars.
Doctor Who is, I don't know, like, I watched all of the modern seasons, and I have to say, like, I definitely don't regret it. My only problem with Doctor Who is you don't really get anything out of it at the end of the day. Like, Doctor Who, there are stories that like bridge them together, but every episode is very independent. It's kind of like there's a problem in the world and it's like, oh, let's save the day, and then they save the day and it's over. It just doesn't. I just lost interest in Doctor Who, honestly.
I don't like 11 or I don't like Stephen Moffat's writing, I guess, really.
I would agree there, yeah.
Because he compared to like all the rest of the writers, he makes the female companions so like useless almost.
Barbra Streisand.
Like compared to like Rose or Donna or something, like I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there.
They're like less people and more like a trophy.
My problem is I just don't like the way he does endings and stuff. He doesn't tie things together nicely. He kind of like, there's so many recent monsters and stuff that just have no explanation.
Well, he's fucking lazy. I mean, he could tie it together immediately in a shitty way.
Like the eye patch lady. What happened with that? The silence. We still like, what the fuck? Like there was a great monster design that they did like nothing with. Like they were scary, but that was it.
It's an iconic monster design. I mean, it's indicative of like classic like gray alien design, but it's creepy and it's really good. And they did like 2 episodes with it.
Yeah, and then after that there was like no explanation of what they were. They were like, the silence is a concept, and then that was it. And it's just like I feel like there's so many instances where they could have done amazing shit and they never did.
And wait, if the Doctor reprogrammed everybody in the world to kill the silence, if they saw them, everyone in the human race, and that's been passed on from generation to generation, then how can they work with the silence in capturing the Doctor at Demon's Run?
I don't know.
Like, wouldn't they kill them?
There's so many plot holes. That was the other thing that really pissed me off is, see, I like movies where you like a lot of times things aren't explained to you and you have to figure them out. And in a way you can pull so many different emotions. It's one of those things where like you have a scene where two people who love each other are just staring at each other and there's so many words, but there's no words, if you know what I mean. Like it's one of those pictures worth 1,000 words kind of thing. And I like movies where, you know, something isn't entirely explained and you can pull your own meaning out of it. And it's like movies like American Beauty or Donnie Darko or, you know, whatever, where there's so many moments where like there's just so much meaning and endless, like you could look into it just endlessly to pull stuff out of it. And there's a lot of books like that too, like Fahrenheit 451. There's so many weird unsaid things where there's so much you could assume. But what I hate about Doctor Who, or what I disrespect about Doctor Who, is that they don't want you to do that. They want you to just be like, oh, I watched an episode, happy-go-lucky, they saved the day, don't look into it anymore. Like, they do have backstories behind things, but they don't want you to try and figure things out, like time, or like what happened on this timeline, or like now on this time. They don't care. It's like, that was just the excuse for them to do the season finale, and they're done. They don't care anymore. And it's just, I just can't respect that. I can't respect lazy writing. It's very creative writing. Very, very, very good creative writing, but it's lazy writing. And I just don't respect that.
And I think that they milked the angels to death, personally.
I would agree there too.
Like, Don't Blink, or Blink, or whatever the episode was with David Tennant, was perfect. You should have just left it.
You want to know another episode that is perfect that they could very easily ruin? Is Midnight. That was an amazing. That's my favorite episode.
Never talk about Midnight again, please.
But that's what I mean though. Is I hope they never bring it up again. They could make it like a joke reference to it, but they should never. It was an independent thing and it was beautiful, and they should not touch it.
At most, they should have someone say something exactly like the Doctor says, and him just go or something like that. Like, and everyone will get it if they're fans of the show.
Right.
It's an amazing episode where it's like the most inconspicuous thing too, because like sometimes they have like huge sets and huge monster designs and shit and like puppetry. It just takes place in a transport, breaks down on the surface of a planet that you can't go outside. And there's supposed to be no life on it. It just breaks down, and there's like a few people, humans, in an enclosed space, and it's probably the best episode.
It was one of those like hysteria in a small group in a stressful situation things that is just really, really well done.
That's such a terrible death too. Like push you out into that. Yeah. Like, oh my god, those poor fucking drivers that died instantly. I mean, shit.
What's up? We have a caller live on the show. How can we help you out this evening? You are live.
This is Kane Wolfenstein. You've heard from me before. I'm the one with the 2,000-watt DJ system.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
I just called in to say hi and that y'all are great as usual, and I'm watching you right now with it muted. And Pharaoh, we really need to start something with our Clash of Clans. We need to start doing a contact. We need to start doing you can only join if you actually give your contact information so that we can actually win because of people actually fighting instead of people joining and then not fighting.
Oh yeah, the Clash of Clans. It comes with the territory, I think. I don't think any clan has a perfect attendance of people. So, I mean, I still have to kick people that are inactive because there's still a lot of people. And I think there's a lot of people that aren't even from the show that just joined the clan just because it's a large clan. So, I haven't had really too much time to reformat it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. Is there anything else you want to mention before we move on?
Nothing else that I can think of.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, dude.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
What's up? You are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Hey, guys.
Hey, we can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Sorry, my microphone's really close to my mouth. It's Klaus Fox from Oklahoma, the squid thrower, if you recall.
Yeah. So what's up, Ed? What brings you to call in this evening?
A question and a story.
Oh, okay. Do the question first.
On a scale of 1 to 10, first of all, I'm going to OklaCon this year, which is roughly 300 to 400 people. On a scale of 1 to 10, how small is that con?
No idea. Why don't you look on Wikipedia? Or Wiki first, sorry.
OklaCon.
I've never even heard of it.
Is it a furry or anime convention?
It's furry. And what I mean is, like, there's usually 300 to 400 people there.
Oh, that'd be a smaller con.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, that's like the smallest you can get, really. I would say.
You're getting like a little bit above a large meet. Cause I know, like, hell, the Delaware Fur Bowl and like even our Fur Bowl. The Delaware Fur Bowl has probably about 150 attendees, 200 maybe. Our Fur Bowl has anywhere from 60 to 100 at times. So, you know, like 400, 500 people is like a mini convention.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
And
And go ahead with your story.
this has happened today.
Did you
Okay,
throw another
so-
squid?
No, I didn't throw another squid. What happened was I was working on a project with one of my friends where we're building a 12-foot tail that's pink for one of my lizard friends here.
Okay.
And while we were painting it with ink because he wants it to like change colors eventually because he's been every color of the rainbow
Right.
and that's in between. And he wants to change colors, so he wants the ink to be water soluble. Well, we did that, and last part is somebody knocks the ink tray off the table.
Oh,
and
no.
It would have permanently stained linoleum,
Right.
which the floor was. So I caught it, both hands, ink side down. So my hands are stained pink for the next few weeks.
Oh my god. That sucks. Or maybe it
And to
doesn't.
well, I don't really care. I just don't want it to be stained.
Yeah.
On the walk home, because I don't have a car or a bike, never learned how to ride a bike, don't like cars, don't know why. I was talking to the same friend, our Zarya Panther. She's in the room with me, so unless she was wearing the headset, you wouldn't be able to hear her.
Okay.
We walk around the corner, and there's just a cloud of glitter.
Oh god.
I still have a tub of glitter at my house. From
Yeah,
Freeze Frame.
well, yeah. Somebody, Freeze Frame, sent me a giant tub of glitter as a joke one time.
That is like a chemical bomb.
It
is. It is I don't know what that is. It is a massive like warfare. Like if you threw that at someone and it exploded, like
That's a friendship ruiner.
I kind of want to do that to someone. Just open it up.
That's
and just be
worse
like,
than a friendship ruiner.
I want someone to piss me off one day and just have it with me, and then be like, "You're an asshole," and be like, "Oh yeah," and just be like,
Sparkles!
and just fucking cover them in glitter.
You should like keep it. You have like a desk at work.
No.
Your own desk. You should have a desk, and you should stash it in there under lock and key. And then, like, if one of your employees is an asshole, you just take it out and you're just like, "Don't make me do this."
No, I wouldn't want to do it in the store because like it would never leave. There would be glitter everywhere, forever, for all eternity of the store existing.
Consequences.
But anyway, well, thank you for calling in. All right.
Okay, fine.
All right. Thanks.
Later.
What's up? You're live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Hey, it's Animus Fox from Wisconsin. Again, you guys all remember me.
Okay. Yeah. What brings you to call in?
What?
What brings you to call in this evening?
Yeah, I just heard about the glitter bomb that Pharaoh has. And do you guys remember first of all, do you watch Big Bang Theory?
A little bit, yes.
Well, I've seen parts of it. Yeah.
Have any of you seen the episode in which I forget who it is, but one of them puts all this foam in the ceiling tiles of one of the laboratories, and when this person who they don't like or whatever comes into the laboratory, they triggered it somehow, and all the foam came down onto the entire laboratory from the ceiling. Okay?
Right.
So I was thinking you should do that in like an office building with the glitter.
Put like glitter in a ceiling tile, like cover the top of the ceiling tile in glitter.
That is an asshole move.
If someone like moves the ceiling tile, just like boom.
Yes.
You should do that like when you get fired, like from a firm or something. Like
I would
go in
love to
at
put it
night.
in like the air vents.
Oh my god.
Like just take a fucking gallon of glitter and just be like
Evil.
forever. That building will... Human civilization will come and fall, and that glitter will still be circulating that ventilation system.
Do you imagine just sprinkling through everything, just glitter everywhere?
That'd be the best thing ever.
Jim, on these reports by 10 a.m.
Jim, it appears we are sparkly.
This is terrible.
But anyway, so caller, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just had one question. I was wondering, since you take emails during the show all the time, I was thinking maybe you should take maybe 1 or 2 calls during the middle of the show. Would that be possible?
Not really. No, we've tried it before, and it just doesn't work well. People really don't call in with good topics. Generally, people will just, like, if we had... Here's the thing. If this was set up like a real radio station where we had like a control room and people who would like verify the phone calls and then put them on hold with the actual studio, which we actually tried to do once. We actually got a phone server and we actually set it up so that somebody could like pre-screen the calls, and it just doesn't work out. And the thing is, because we're recording a podcast, it's just much better if we just do it. Unfortunately.
I was just wondering because I thought it'd be kind of cool to hear the calls on the podcast app.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was pretty much the extent of my calling in.
Okay, well, thanks for calling in, dude.
All right. Thanks for answering.
What's up? You are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Hey, not much. How you guys been doing? Sorry.
We're all sort of okay. We're just surviving, I guess. How are you?
It looks like you guys are. No, well, actually, I do have one question, though. I've been having a little problem with the application on my phone for some reason. It doesn't, like, because I know sometimes I want to listen to the music or just want to listen to the, to the back of the, like some of the FurCast radio.
Are you on Android?
It's like, yeah.
I already know about it. It's a major flaw with the way Android does HTML5 rendering and with audio and blah. Yeah, I've already got my app dev working on that. I hope to release it. What was that?
Because I was leaving the house one day. I was all like, I just want to listen to this. I was like, I want to listen to the app for a little bit, just to listen to some music, just to clear my head for a little bit.
Yeah. The big issue with Android is, okay, like, not that I'm like choosing sides. I'm not going to do like, a PC and a Mac kind of debate here, but Android is a fucking mess. Like, when it comes to, like, Android by itself independently is like brilliant, but the problem is there are so many different builds and versions, and like a random manufacturer like HTC will just decide to just remove support for like this API when they release it. So, like, the big issue is when we make the app, there are so many different types of phones and stuff that we can't necessarily like run tests and do bug fixes on. But I already know about the backgrounding issue, which is a major issue with Android. Issues with iOS are like, for instance, I know that the metadata doesn't actually push to the OS, so if you lock your phone, it won't tell you what song is playing. There's a bunch of other issues with Android. Older Android OSs can't even use the app because there was no HTML5 audio. What's weird is HTML5 audio was in version 2, but then in version 2.2, they removed it. But then in version 3 point something, which was only for tablets, they brought it back. But in version 4, it was brought back on most phones, but not all manufacturers brought it back. So it's just... It's just a clusterfuck, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
I do know about it, and I do definitely. Thank you for telling us, though. I'm glad. I mean, every person who tells me just pushes it in my face more of, hey, we need to fix this. So.
Yeah, no, I think because I have no offense, I have a Samsung Galaxy 4, but after that, and then after that they updated the new system to the phones because you have to have it connected to the charger for some reason.
Yeah.
So after that, I think it was one day, as I said, like it was that day when I was like leaving the house. I was like, I just want to listen to the radio while I'm, just clear my head, because I have one of those times that just want to get out of the house, don't want to be stuck in the house forever, So I just said, like, listen to the music, just clear your head, and just go out. But yeah.
Oh, the other thing is, though, for Android, here's the other thing. Our streams are all open standard stuff. You don't even need to use our app. Our app is just a convenience thing. You could easily take the feed, like the actual URL for our IceCast server, and put it into, I think, like there's a Winamp app. I think VLC has an app that'll work. There's tons of different, like I think there's TuneIn Radio is an app that's a cross-platform one, and you can add a custom stream and just paste the URL for our stream, and it'll work. There's just tons of ways to do it besides our own app. So you can get the video feed on both iOS and on Android if you know what you're doing.
TechWolf said that the VCL app works really well.
The VLC.
VLC,
yeah. The VLC app is pretty good. The iOS, there's a VLC app for iOS, which will actually tune into all of our video feeds. However, it's a bit buggy with certain things. For example, I actually stream. I don't actually put any music on my phone. I stream music to my phone, and I've been having trouble with the VLC app playing FLAC. Some of the decoders are a little bit weird, and basically it gets off sync with the what's it called? It gets off sync with the audio API. So basically, like, it just starts losing samples and getting all clicky and jittery and everything. But yeah, they're fixing it. They're working on it. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, I could go ahead and try that. Yeah, because I thought, like, Pharaoh probably broke the Android system or something.
Nope, it's just bugs and different versions of Android with different manufacturers and stuff. Unfortunately, but it's funny though. All the Nexus devices work perfectly. Like all the official, like, plain Android devices, fine. And anybody who's ever loaded their own version of Android onto their phone, fine.
Yeah, that's true.
It's only the manufacturer, like, released versions that have tons and tons and tons of issues. But yeah, we're working on it, and I hope to make that a thing that's within the next couple of months, because we're doing the major upgrades in the studio, which are our main focus now. But eventually, I plan to do that stuff. So
before you go, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Laredo, Texas.
Very nice. Is there anything else you wanted to mention before we move on?
Not really, but I know next month I'm heading to Dallas, Texas for a anime convention, and I heard that from one of the meets, there are going to be a whole cluster of furs being there in that convention, actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's always furries going to those cons. So
yeah, that's how it is.
There's furries kind of invade everything.
Yeah, but I just want to say thank you guys just for at least telling me that information. Well, at least telling to the whole chat room for the whole information.
Yep, and thanks for calling in, and thanks for letting us know that, yet another person is having an issue with the app. I feel bad, but yeah, I mean, if you ever come up with any solutions or anything, let me know too, okay?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. That was good. Who we're going to take next? Let's see. Next caller, you are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Hi, I'm WildDale1000 from Florida.
Awesome. Thanks for shouting yourself out. So what brings you to call in this evening?
I mainly just wanted to shout out one of my friends who is not going to be able to watch the show for a long time. His name's Shufflecake.
Okay. And how come they can't watch the show?
It's just, if I recall correctly, he's mentioned about something, or mainly just because he's in England, so.
Oh, okay.
2 in the morning.
So time, yeah. All right.
That, or just because of that, and because he also told me just about how much the FurCast just makes him laugh so much that he's worried about making so much noise.
That's a valid concern. Well, well, thank you for calling in. And is there anything else you want to mention?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Thanks you for picking up.
What's up, next caller? You are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Gentlemen, I don't know if you noticed, but you were being a bunch of the 3-letter initials of government agencies in the IRC group.
Oh my god.
I was more hoping for an alien trying to analyze the show.
Yeah, I was hoping for that.
I mean, the NSA could be an alien.
What makes you think that there are not an alien analyzing the show right now?
Illuminati. It's the Illuminati, guys.
There is this Twitter account that is amazing, and all it is is it's like beware of like the Illuminati, and you follow it, and they'll find just pictures of random shit like stock images, and they'll draw a triangle, and they'll be like, it's a fucking Illuminati, man, and it's like all in caps. Or like they'll take a picture of like Obama's face, and they'll like find like something like in the background that like makes a triangle, and they're like, Illuminati. It's just like they go so ridiculous with it. I love it. There's also like I think it's like Christian Mom 420 or something, and it's like this.
Did you see the one that I sent to you? The Christian speech camp thing or whatever?
Yes! Oh my god! The Bible thumping guy. It was amazing.
What was it? We're the ones that go to schools and everything. Like, you guys gotta, you know, these. What are those people called? The
Dean of Students.
I can't remember what it was.
I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna search. Nope.
I like the one where it's a cop pretending to be undercover, like an undercover teenager. It's like, hey fella teens, where's some cool place to inject some weed?
Wasn't that Steve Buscemi or something? Buscemi, his name, I can never pronounce it right.
I don't know. I just remember it from a while ago.
Unfortunate, but anyways, I have some tips, or have some questions about how I can get people to join my 2 cults.
Okay, go ahead. And then, by the way, the Twitter account is ConcernedMom420.
Ooh. But anyways, I have these 2 cults for my personal entertainment. One of them is the One True Direction, which is followers of One Direction, and the True Believers. And I'm trying to get as many people as I can to join each of them, preferably little girls, because I want to set them against each other for my own personal amusement and have a little girl jihad.
Pretty evil.
What? That is terrible.
And funny at the same time.
It's a terrible idea. Watching little boys destroy each other is a lot more entertaining. There's your first mistake.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, if you insist. Anyways, I also had a request for a YouTube video that I sent to both Pharaoh and Paradox under the surname Curly Fried.
Alright, well, I will,
Is it the one that's like a scary ballerina thing that was going on?
Yes, it's the sexual orchestra you were referring to.
Sexual orchestra.
Kind of.
Alright, well, I'll let Pharaoh check that out, because it's a lot of work for me to load it, but we'll see. Well, anyway, well, thanks for calling in, okay?
Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Damn it. The account got suspended. It was called Mudding for Jesus.
Oh, no, really? Yeah, I remember that. Why did it get suspended? That was so funny. Next caller, you are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
He's like a Jesus camp counselor guy. It was,
Hey, Paradox. This is Dimitri calling from Demoss, Indiana.
Okay, you're a little muffled, but we can sort of hear you. So what brings you to calling this evening?
Is that better?
Yeah, you can go ahead. We can understand you.
Oh, alright. Actually, I had a few devious plots for your confetti kind of scheme that you guys were talking about earlier. I have done this in the past, and it is quite a mess to clean up, but the reaction is very fulfilling. What you can do is, you know how there's vents in a car? Right?
Yeah.
The windshield?
Oh, God.
Well, you can put confetti or grass or anything in there, and just make it sure that it's not very obvious. And that way, the next time they turn on their AC or their heat or anything like that, it just kind of blows a completely fabulous party inside their car.
I would find them. I don't know who you are. Or where
If somebody did that to my car, I think I would abandon the car.
Nope.
I would be just done. I'd be like, it's not my car anymore.
I would find that person and hit them with the car.
See what you made me do. This is your own fault.
I would hit them with the car, like run over their legs so they can't get away, and then put them in the car, put the air conditioning on, and then drive it into a lake.
Well, thank you for calling in. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about tonight?
Yes, I have a question, actually.
All right, go ahead.
In a couple episodes before this, you guys had told another fur not to go to a con alone. Why is that?
Because it's just kind of like, it's always good to just go with your friends when you...
Wait, can we change it up a little bit? It's alone if you don't know anyone going to the con. Like, specifically alone. Like, going to a con without knowing
like
anyone
me and Pharaoh could go to a con alone.
Yeah,
we'd be fine. But like for people who have never been to a con, we're saying always go with friends or people because you'll have a much better experience.
Yes, or at least know people that you could be meeting up and hanging out with that are there that you can enjoy too. Just going in blindly, which I think I did when I was younger, I had a lot less fun. Like I didn't appreciate conventions really that much because it was just like I didn't know anyone, no one knew me, and I was just like I felt a little outcasted because everyone had kind of their own little cliques or things like that. So it was hard for me to like even when I was younger, I wasn't as social as I am now either.
Also, when you're with people, you can solve problems. I mean, what happens if you pull up and you don't realize you're not supposed to park in this area? Or, you know, something happens with your registration or something happens with the hotel room.
Wasn't there an instance with you and Fizz and a few other people when that kid locked himself out of this car?
Yeah, and we broke into his car and got him in. Yeah, I mean, like... But basically, it's a safety thing. You'll have more fun. It'll make the experience less stressful. It's just in every way. If you're going to a con for the first time, just go with friends or people you know, or carpool, or just know some people you can communicate with if there's a problem or something.
Okay. I was just wondering because
yep,
I've just now started getting into the furry fandom more. Well, getting in more, I guess that's all I can really explain it. And I've been looking to go into the fur, what's the one down in Indy?
Indy FurCon?
Yeah.
I hear that's a good con.
I have no idea. Because I live like maybe an hour from Indy, so I was going to go there for my first con.
Yeah. That's not bad either. I mean, sometimes if like, I've known a few people that live to like maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes from conventions, and they actually just drove, like didn't even hotel there. They kind of just either went there for like a night, or if they knew a friend, they would hotel and spend the night. But a lot of them like actually commuted back and forth to the con because they didn't really want to like party all night. So I've known a few furs that have done that. I think that like, even for our last con, MCFC, there was a few furs from the area that I was like, oh, you spending the night? And they're like, oh no, I'm just gonna come out for the day, and then leave probably about 11 p.m. and then go back home. And I was like, oh, he's like,
that's boring as fuck. Yeah, that's the other thing. Living at the FurryCon is a completely different experience than just visiting the FurCon for a day. Completely different experience. There's something about waking up and being at a FurCon that is just euphoric.
All right. Well, thank you guys for the advice.
Yeah, and thanks for calling in.
The last thing I would say to be part with is I'm getting on PSN for like the first time in 6 months.
Don't ask me to add you.
If anyone plays Call of Duty Ghosts anymore on PlayStation 3, my name is Devimitri_Circle.
Okay, you should probably put your name in chat, and yeah, I actually can't add people because I have reached the maximum number of friends that you can have on PlayStation Network.
But it's so like morbid.
I know.
You have too many friends.
Well, it's like
you can't have any more. I've mandated this.
I also am not a console gamer.
Facebook, you have like 10,000 friends, and then PlayStation, you can have like 100.
Yeah,
I think it's like either 50 or 100 now.
I don't play console games. I literally bought the console as a media playout machine, and the second I got a computer that had like a freaking spit of sound card that could run into my receiver, I was done. I never turn on my PlayStation anymore. There's no point.
It's my goal to get 10,000 friend requests on Facebook.
Well, thank you for calling in. All right.
I'm not going to accept any of them.
Thank you. Bye.
Next caller, you are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening? Is anybody there? Well, we can't hear you, so I'll let you call back later. Next caller, you are live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Hey, Paradox being Para.
What was that?
I said, hey.
Oh, hey, there's some background noise. What's up?
Yeah, it's just my cousin. He's staying the night. Sorry.
Well, so what brings you to call in this evening?
Just want to say, hey, and back at the beginning of the show when you guys were doing that like really deep voice.
Yeah.
I can actually do that too, and it doesn't hurt me at all like it does B.
Well, we were purposely trying to make it raspy sounding, I think, so that was why it hurt more. It wasn't really the depth of it as much as it was the tone of it.
Well, I just thought I might like show you guys.
All right, you got 5 seconds.
Hello, FurCast.
Okay.
It's me, Cool TNT.
Doesn't sound southern though yet.
You're speaking through. It sounds like you're speaking through a fan, which is impressive. Yeah, I don't know. It just hurts my voice to do that. I don't know.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, dude. Is there anything else you want to mention real quick before we move on, or?
No, just love the podcast. I've been catching the live since, I finally caught it, 164.
Okay.
Just been loving it.
All right, well, thanks for calling in. Next caller, you're live on FurCast. How can we help you out this evening?
Whoa. Okay, my video feed is way off.
Yeah, you should always mute that. There's always a broadcast delay. You gotta mute that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that. Yeah, well, I kind of feel ashamed of myself now.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Everybody makes that mistake.
You guys have a horrible time. I will... just give me a sec.
What was that?
Okay. Nothing. So, anyway, if you guys remember my emails at all, I'm Fisk McTaggart. Not ringing any bells?
Say your name again?
Fisk McTaggart. I was in the chat.
Okay. Doesn't necessarily ring a bell. You're also a little bit muffled, just so you know.
Okay. Oh, I am? It's a Galaxy.
But yeah, if it's a phone. But okay, so what brings you to call in this evening?
So, I've been having a bit of, parent troubles.
Okay.
Yeah. So, my first email I ever sent in, I was asking about, I was asking whether or not I should confront my parents, you know, them being devout Mormon.
Yeah, I would imagine we probably recommended not to.
Yeah, you guys were laughing for like 5 minutes. They are slowly digging into my life.
Pretty typical for parents to do who are curious about their kids.
But see, the thing is, they're getting angry at me for showing them what they want to see. It's all the first stuff, and none of it's bad. You know, I'm pretty sure that if they look through your computer, they'd think I was an angel.
Right. Actually, to the Renter Griffin made a joke about that. He was like, you should just be really fucked up and be like on drugs and like be like a mass murderer and make them wish that you were a furry type of thing. And we just dropped that call. But yeah, I mean, it was a similar thing. Yeah, recommendations would just be simply that's part of being young. Sometimes you just either gotta hide it or do it with some friends or, you know, whatever.
Feel, don't feel.
And learn to be a bit,
let it go, let it go.
Be, you know, careful with your computer and everything like that.
Haven't seen it.
All right, so, last call of the night. What's up? You are live on FurCast.
Hey, sorry for calling you earlier and my mic not working.
It's,
certainly is not.
Yeah, it's still not exactly working. So, what brings you to call in this evening? Just go real quick.
I just heard you guys doing your southern voice and whatnot, and it made me laugh and it made me chuckle, and the demon voice also made me chuckle a bit. But you know, I just want to let you know that whenever I'm doing model building, it's fun to listen to you guys in the background, and it's always a pleasure when I'm to pass the time. Although it's hard to keep the paintbrush steady when I'm laughing so hard.
I was gonna ask, like, have you ever fucked up really bad because we tell a really funny joke or some shit, or we're acting like idiots and you start laughing?
I've gotten chrome colored paint where it shouldn't be.
That sounds a lot more suggestive than I suppose it's supposed to be.
But I just want to let you know that you guys never fail to bring a smile to my face.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad you enjoy the show, man. Well, I will. Thanks for calling in, and I'll be seeing you later on TeamSpeak, I'm sure.
That'll be all good after you.
So there we go.
I'm telling you, man. You guys want some chocolate over there?
I've been your host of Seeding Products, The Wolf.
Oh, yeah, I've been your blue fox host, Pharaoh.
And I have been your undead, transgender, queen host.
Winged host.
Winged.
You're the only one that has wings here.
Winged?
Yeah, you are.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sorry your call dropped, Fisk, but it's okay. You can always call in next week and stuff. D-Man asks, are we going to eat? No, these guys aren't because they're lame, but I will come out to eat with you if you want.
Denny's at 1 a.m. I'm lame because I don't want to go to Denny's.
Well, there's other places we go to now.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings wasn't too bad. I enjoyed that.
My only problem with it is just when it's so fucking noisy in there. Like sometimes it to the point where to the point where like you can't even have a conversation because it's so loud. But anyway, well, thank you guys for calling in and supporting us. And I don't know, maybe I'll be on TeamSpeak later tonight for anybody who wants to chat. Yeah, so hugs to everyone in the chat room. It's been a good show.
And it said CJ wants Pharaoh's D. Make a big cutout D and just hand it to him every time.
Well, I guess that's pretty much it. You guys ready to end?
Yes.
All right. Good night, guys. We'll see you next week. Of course, if you want to stay in tune, follow me and especially me and Pharaoh on Twitter. Links for that, FurCast.fm/contact. And I guess that's it.
I just post stupid shit. And then
I post crazy stuff. And don't follow my AD unless you're up for it, because it's pretty fucked up. Like, it is pretty terrifying. Thanks for calling, or thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.